Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday, just a few days away. Christmas. I don't know, I still get excited even as an old man. I love Christmas. Anywho, kind of an interesting situation has progressed, or whatever you want to call it. Neighbor Larry approached me, or us really, the family, a couple weeks ago, and he said, "You guys should get a cow and make your own food, like, get beef. You guys eat enough hamburger and all that kind of stuff." And we're like, "Well, Larry, you know that we suck at rabbits and like half our chickens got killed and stuff, right?" And then he said, well, he doesn't really have the money for the materials on the fence and stuff, but he was like raised on a dairy farm. His parents owned one, and then that's what he did for work for like a long time in his life. So to say that he's comfortable raising a cow is, a very large understatement. And him and his family are in set income and retirement, and they could really use the extra food as well, because beef is expensive, right? So I think we're gonna do it. I mean, how can I really say no? Like, I provide some food, the fencing material, and then he looks after it. Not one chicken's died under his watch. He sits there on his porch when he hears anything. He has motion lights and he's always up. Sits there with his rifle. He's killed like 3 coyotes trying to get the chickens already. That's... good job, Larry. So, that's what this video series is going to be about. Not series, really. Maybe mini episodes. Updates here and there. Should be interesting because, I really like food. Beef is good. And I love cooking. Don't like paying tons of money for it, though. Seems like a win-win situation, right? So here's what we're going to do. Let me flip front cameras, and I'll show you what mimicry is going on. So this set of fence posts and fences here is what used to be the chicken's secondary run, and where I plan to grow some sort of cover crop, and that over there is where the potatoes used to be. Now, the dimensions of this first rectangular area is 20 by about 65 feet or something like that. Same with the other one. Now we're figuring for the cows, if we have 40 feet by 60, that'll give us 60 plus 60 is 120 feet of fence. 40 plus 40 is 80 feet of fence. 120 plus 80, that's 200. That's 2 rolls of fence. It's pretty much perfect, So this area right here, if we had 2 cows, it would pretty much be good enough area for them to wander around doing whatever. And of course we would be feeding them with hay, supplemental. Not as a supplemental feed, actually, as a straight, that's what they get. Where we are around here is a major hay production area, and so hay is just ridiculously cheap. Sometimes it's like $5 a bale, sometimes it's cheaper. The most I've seen, it's like $7, and that was at the end of the season when it's all gone. Anyhow, 2 rolls of fencing, 2 by 4 shape, 4 feet tall. Couldn't tell you the gauge, I'm sorry. But that should do it for the perimeter. And then the T-posts is going to be 4 in the corners. And then whatever the rest is divided by 8, Or 10 feet's just fine too. Sags a little. Maybe I even actually want to put like every 5 feet because there's giant animals bumping up against it. That's one thing I haven't, really considered yet. This is the design phase. But that's what's happening. So what I've been doing over at the neighbors this morning is clearing an area about this size. And I'm going over there with my tools, and I'm going to stake it out, the perimeter and such, so we can get started on it. I don't like projects sneaking up on me and saying, oh yeah, so we're getting the cows in a couple weeks, let's make a giant area for them. Super stressful, so now that I know it's going to happen in 4 months or something, I'm just going to get started. Alright, so what materials am I bringing with me? I have a 300-foot tape here because I'm going to need to measure 200 feet. I could get away with a 100-foot if I wanted to. 50 foot's a bit hard because then I need 2 T-posts. A T-post for one of the corners. I have right here a bag of cover crop mix. It's got a bunch of stuff in it, 2 different types of wheat, multiple types of peas, vetch, bunch of stuff. Nitrogen fixers mostly. Also helps improve the soil. What I'm going to do with this is, on the side of the cows over there, I'm probably going to do 2 buckets of the tractor wide rows and just dump this entire bag in it. And then over the winter season, I'm hoping that by spring it'll be tall enough to do something. And maybe we can use that as sort of a supplemental feed. Because I think eating hay all your life would be kind of boring. And I'm glad to grow something to spice it up a bit. Oh yeah, and also, of course, the T-post pounder to assist with the setting of one corner. I'm also on the lookout for multiple T-posts around here, but I can't find any that aren't sunk in the ground. To that list, I'm also adding a spade tip shovel so I can stab it in the ground at one of the other corners and run the measuring tape from the T-post to the shovel handle to establish another point of the rectangle. Alright, so we're at 40 feet right here, and that is the width or the length, depending on which way you're looking at it. Now, where exactly the other end of that goes, like left or right this way, is going to depend on where that other post goes in relation to the first post. So I'm going to have to take 2 diagonal measurements, I think, and then should be good to go. Okay, dang, so I didn't bring enough layout sticks or even tapes or strings to do the 2 diagonal measurements, so I'm going to cheat another way. The thing that I'm mainly worried about, do not care about squareness at all. This is not actual construction. What I'm trying to do is make sure that I don't run out of fence. So I need to make sure that I don't have more than 200 linear feet for my perimeter. So what I can do, because I have a 300-foot tape, is I can just put the tape at one corner and then walk the perimeter, put the stakes in until it reaches 200 feet, hopefully at the very last stake. And that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so the end of the tape is secured over at that corner. I'm at the 40-foot mark here at the post, right like I should be. I'm basically going to grab the tape, start walking, keeping the tape taut as I can, and hopefully wrap around and end at 200 feet. Okay, so I've walked all the way over to the other side of the L. There's the tape. I'm about 8 inches off from 100 feet, which is perfect because I would rather be under than over. So now I'm going to keep tension on the tape and walk that direction towards the shovel, wrap around that, and then go towards Otis on that corner. Okay, well, I'm at the other corner now. 99 plus 40 is 139. This is what we got. Turning the last corner, stopping at 200. 196 feet at the first stake. We're within 4 feet over 200. Very nice. Right now, scraping the access, I guess, drive for when we would have to load them up. So basically we're trying to make a nice shallow access point so we could back a trailer up right here. That's going to be the corner. Other post is the other corner. And then we would have the gate somewhere here. And so we figure that we'd back the trailer up right here, and that would be that. So here's what it looks like after it's been scraped and pushed past. It's pretty much impossible to steer. We were hoping to go in a straight line, but by accident it put us at the perfect path that we wanted to take. So let's see if we can duplicate it for the second pass, and we'll have our road established like in 5 seconds. Almost worked. Well, that's the tractor work for today. So here in the future we'll be backing up a trailer right here, nice and easy. And then we'll come along to a fence. Right where this line starts is where the fence will be. Come into a corner and then going that way all the way out. And at the other end, or on one of the sides, there will be a lean-to structure, and then we'll probably have the manger with hay somewhere around here, and then this trailer is going to get moved, and then the food and such will be stored around here. Big projects can be, scary or whatever, but you just got to jump in with both feet, do it nice and slow, take your time, learn stuff, keep at it. That's where I'm headed.